You're watching Fem Chef FGC. Like and subscribe to my favorite gladiator on the Citadel.
I played a handful of matches when I got back from work, and I lost 4 games and lost all the points I gained.
Oh, I hate when that happens. So, you usually play JP, right?
I play JP Blanc and Sagat at like the...
Okay, so what possessed you to go from like undisputed strong-ass characters to this broken-ass bitch? Why Marisa?
She's fun. And so, 1, she's fun, and 2, Cuz taught me a new whiff punishing technique that I wasn't using before. And Marisa gets a lot of shit off of whiff punishing with the stand heavy kick or the stand heavy punch. And I wanted to test it on a character like her.
Gotcha.
Where I can just kind of blow people up and make them die in one touch.
I don't have stand heavy kick on modern. I do have stand heavy punch.
Oh, that's brutal.
I know the gist of the conversion. Like I know you get punish counter into the drive rush light kick, heavy Dima, usually quad ender. So like I know what she gets. I wish she had it. Unfortunately, I don't think there's a way to add it on modern unless they assign it to a direction it's not normally assigned, because it would have to be on the auto combo, and there is no auto combo in the game that hit confirms a specific hit condition. Like there is no auto combo in the game that only goes if it's counter hit or only goes if it's punish counter. Some of them have a built-in hit confirm, but they absolutely do not have a built-in like counter hit or punish counter confirm. So there's really no way for it to practically be an auto combo, and unfortunately I just don't think there's a way to give it to her. I'm holding out hope that we get quad on the new patch. I see absolutely no goddamn reason why I can't have a diagonal special input that's quadriga when so many characters now have diagonal special inputs. The Spartan kick!
You don't have that?
I don't have that. Everybody's shocked when I tell them. At all. At all. The only way I have that is at the end of the heavy auto combo, which is this. So my damage is actually pretty significantly nerfed. All my corner combos do a lot less damage. My low spend conversions all do a lot less damage. I lose, like, my max damage is still like 1,000 lower than classic Marisa. I really don't want to hear it from anybody. Like, if you lose to me, it's a skill issue. I'm sorry. My auto combo buttons are crouch light kicks and auto combo, which actually does have a built-in hit confirm, which is nice. And then my medium punches are tied to auto as well.
What is your medium button? Normally just medium kick?
Yep. I completely lose stand heavy kick, stand light kick, crouch medium kick.
Yeah, this button isn't like super good when you don't have this.
Oh, the crouch medium kick, which is actually kind of good, because I only have this.
Now it is. Yeah,
and the overhead. I don't have the overhead either. This is my only overhead.
Okay, this one. Safe under.
So like there's certain setups, like you can get a mid-screen safe jump off of, I believe, an overhead ender into like a light kick safe jump that can side switch if they don't back roll.
Like a fake jump.
I'm pretty sure it's a real safe jump. They just tend to usually go for the light because it's like mid-screen and you're not sure which side you're gonna land on.
Okay.
But I know there's a safe jump that ends with the overhead. I know drive rush medium kick now without counter hit combos into medium punches. Or sorry, drive rush crouch medium kick.
Oh yeah, this?
Yeah, that wasn't a combo until last patch. I don't have that.
Yeah, so that was a very nice change.
Stand heavy kick is really good. The light kick got better from what I understand. They improved it a little bit. I see Lazy Boredom occasionally be willing to spend drive rush off of it just to kind of enforce a surprise mix up if they block the jab, even though it's not real.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure I can mash if you do it again. Oh, it actually is real?
From a further distance you can trade.
Yeah, okay. So that's a decent option. Mostly, I think you're going to be using that in, I believe it's the stand heavy kick conversion is a drive rush into that.
Yeah,
off her level 3,
heavy kick and then...
off her level 3, she has a certain checkmate situation that can be done with the stand light kick. There's a couple other like setups with it, but it's not a button you're going to use like a ton. It's good in the mirror because it'll go under Gladius.
Oh, that bit's Gladius?
I'm pretty sure. let me...
I got the wrong thing. Oh, it does.
So, like, that and the crouch medium kick are both really good in the mirror. As well as the stand heavy kick is really good for whiff punishing Gladius. I have to stand closer to whiff punish Gladius, and I'm literally goddamn shit at it. I'm letting everybody whiff it into me, at me on ranked. I need to work on the spacing that if they do like Gladius, I can just... throw like a light Gladius. See, like my spacing's ass. There we go. That's what I want. Is like right there. But what I keep actually doing is they whiff Gladius, I do this, and then they do stand heavy kick.
Oh yeah.
That's how the mirror goes. Because that goes so much further. You can whiff punish Gladius from the next zip code with that button. If you throw stand heavy kick. Yep, that combo. So, like, I genuinely think the mirror is one of the most frustrating matchups for modern Marisa. The only real advantage is that I can modern react to all of her shit, and she has a ton of reactable shit. Like, if you start charging a Gladius at all, I can super. If I see you throwing a Gladius, I can super.
Yeah, or like, something that I use a lot is, this. Like, when people are willing to block, I'll do Superman punch off before heavy kick.
As a heads up, do that again. Oh. That's not real.
You can check it very easily.
You can check it even without a DP.
Yeah, I checked that with stand light punch on JP, and I get forward heavy kick afterwards.
Yeah, so that it's good if they're willing to block or if they're throwing lows, especially because like if you can you stand block for me? I'm gonna put you in the corner.
Yeah.
If you stand block it, then I'm +2. If you crouch block it, crouch block.
Yep.
Crouch. Then she's +3. So, it's not a super amount of plus frames, and it doesn't leave you close enough to throw, but a lot of times, unless they mash their fastest button, you can frame trap with the light punch, which does combo on counter hit, or you can be braver and press the medium punch, especially if they blocked it crouching. I usually just go for the light punches because I'm bad at registering if they were standing or crouching, and sometimes you can catch them trying to mash. Like, if you mash anything slower than the 4 frame after this. After you block the whole thing.
Oh, after blocking it? That was even on a 4 frame.
Because you were crouching. If you were standing, it wouldn't work.
I see.
But it's a good... and you can always go for jabs if you really think they're gonna press. Again, you can't really confirm a whole string because it pushes them away. So, like, it's not a super advantageous situation, but if you can convince them they should respect you, then you can start doing the shit Lazy Boredom does, where he's only +2 or +3, and he'll go for medium punches anyway. He'll go for a back heavy punch anyway, just to do more damage to your drive meter and put her at a better spacing. Like, most of Marisa is convincing them that they shouldn't press, so you can do stuff you shouldn't be allowed to do. And as soon as they stop pressing, you can just demolish their drive meter. Like, you'll watch Lazy play, your crouch block. You'll watch Lazy play, he'll put somebody in the corner and do this. There's like 15 frames gaps there. But because she can get a trade combo, if I do the real thing, you're disincentivized to press. And if you just sit there and parry, he'll stop pressing and throw you. A lot of it is just reads. But eventually they go, alright, I shouldn't press, I gotta parry, or I gotta just block it out. And as soon as they start blocking it out, it's like, alright, when are you gonna press? When are you gonna press? You sure you're not gonna press? You sure you're not gonna press? And then right when you finally think, alright, they're gonna do it, either you go for a frame trap, or you just shimmy them, and now their drive meter already got demolished, they do reversal on block, and it's over. Like, it's GG's.
Yeah.
There is more mind games to this character.
What the fuck?
There is more mind games to this character than people give her credit for. She can play like an idiot. Like, she absolutely can play like an idiot. Every level of Marisa will tell you there are matches they win by playing like an idiot. She's a gorilla character, and if you don't overdo it, gorilla can still work even at high level play. But to win against really, really good players consistently, a lot of it is understanding their reactions to certain setups and just adapting what you do around it quickly.
Like, are they aware of X, Y, or Z? And then
do they know this is fake or not? And if they don't, how much can I abuse the fact that they're not gonna press a button there?
Yeah.
And if I've demonstrated fake shit already, and I think they do know it's fake, well, now I'm gonna stop doing fake shit. I'm either gonna stop pressing, or I'm gonna go for a real frame trap because they're gonna think I'm doing fake shit, and they're gonna explode.
Yeah.
What do you know on her? Like, combo-wise, you said you don't really know a lot of combos yet. What do you have? Like, off like, forward heavy kick, what are you doing?
I know, like, off of, like, heavy kick?
Forward heavy kick.
Not a button that I confirm a whole lot. Off of this, I would assume.
Yep.
You get this.
Yep.
Safe jump with the charge.
That's solid. If
True or this is a frame trap.
Yeah, if you do the safe jump, if you do the charge safe jump, then this is a real frame trap. I don't like those because I personally have a really difficult time timing the charged heavy jump in. And also, if it hits them, I get nothing, and I prefer...
Yeah, it's a very slight delay.
Yeah, I prefer, personally, the benefit...
Because then I get to do this.
Yeah, I like going for the real, just normal, uncharged safe jump, and taking the mix afterwards of, am I going to throw you, am I going to shimmy, am I going to neutral jump, am I going to frame trap, am I just going to stop pressing?
Did you shimmy after that?
I mean, in certain situations, definitely, like, let me safe jump you, and then, you throw tech on after you block the safe jump. Oh, hang on, I messed it up, sorry.
I was gonna say, hang on.
You gotta block the first hit.
Yep. Oh, you can.
So I like just her normal safe jump, and then you can add empty jump throw, empty jump low. Sometimes I'll do the safe jump with a light kick instead for less blocks done and immediately go for command grab. She gets a lot off the safe jump. Also, for safe jump knockdowns, worth noting, I got this from Bane Hollow. If you frame kill a crouch medium punch and immediately do the charged back heavy, it trades with 4 frames into forward heavy kick. Or, if they delay tech, it beats delay tech clean because it's delayed. And if they jump, it grounds them because it's delayed. So if you try to press a 4 frame here, I've messed it up. Huge reward, and if you don't want to spend the meter off of the forward heavy kick, like, let me do it again. Messed up my timing. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Like, you can always just do something that doesn't spend drive meter. And still get huge reward off of it. So I like that setup a lot against people that like to delay tech or people that are delaying their buttons because it'll really blow up anything delayed, and you still get huge reward if they mash. Plus, if you're going for this meaty... Hang on, I'm gonna sneeze. If you're going for this meaty...
Editor, cut that out, cut that out.
If you're going for this meaty, it's a really easy perfect parry. Like, one of her biggest weaknesses is that anything charged is just perfect parry bait if they're not baiting it with, like, not quite charging it all the way, which, mind you, is super negative and super risky, but against people who very reliably perfect parry, it's really good. You'll see Lazy Boredom do that a lot, that he'll see somebody's perfect parrying all the time, and he'll just kind of, like, drop the charge early and then throw them or command grab them. He's, like, negative 20, but it doesn't matter. So this being perfect parry bait on Wake Up, if it's delayed, then, you know, they can't perfect parry it. It's hitting on, like, frame 3. It would have to be a visual confirm, as opposed to just a perfect parry on Wake Up. So, it being safe to perfect parry, and still having the same frame data on block can be pretty valuable in my book. What are you doing when you get a punish counter DI? What's your punish counter DI combo?
that was a drop and a half. But
I actually can't do that combo on that side, so I'm not judging. I still can't do drive rush into back heavy Superman on that side of the screen. It's one of the reasons I'm still on modern. But
yeah, it's one of those things that's kind of odd.
This is pretty much always your best starter at weird distances. Sometimes just starting with the forward heavy kick is good. Like, DI me from here. Like, sometimes if they're kind of far away, just starting with that is fine.
Yeah.
So that you don't whiff it.
So, like, DI me. Because, like, on Classic...
Yeah.
I get this kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's good too.
If I don't...
This is like almost always your best starter, but having the forward heavy kick in your back pocket there is still good.
Yeah. Depending on drive gate situation, like what you want to do.
Drive reversal. What are you doing when you block a drive reversal?
Crouch level punch, back heavy punch?
Yes, they added that in the most recent season, and it is really, really good. Yeah, if you're a little bit further, you can go for this. There are certain situations I found where both of them will whiff. If you're at a really ambiguous distance and you get a punish counter jab, your two main options that I've found are either to immediately drive rush cancel the single jab, which if it's punish counter does combo into another jab, and then you can do jab back heavy, or somebody else pointed this out to me. If you're +8, which you need to be for this is also 8 frames, and this goes mad far. So sometimes if the drive reversal pushes you out really weirdly far, you can get like...
I'll just drive reversal on you.
Okay. You can confirm it with this too. So that's also worth keeping in mind. Same for jump-ins most of the time. If you're doing a jump-in and they block it, or they hit, like on block, a lot of times if I don't go for throw, I prefer to go for just block, crouch block. I prefer to go for, oh, right, you're gonna get hit crouch blocking, sorry. After they block it, I prefer to go for back heavy punch like Gladius, because it's a true string, it's a spacing trap anywhere on the screen, it demolishes drive meter. Whereas if they block your jump in and you go for medium punch target combo, you're at risk of whatever the fuck they want to do, because your only safe ender to this is to drive rush cancel into jab. Everything else is fake, everything. You can do other stuff. You can do this into drive rush command grab.
DI, trust.
Into DI, yeah. Which, mind you, that into DI on block, they can back throw even. They can back throw that even in Burnout. You can drive rush it into command grab, which is really fake. You can drive rush it into normal throw, which.
So the other thing that's real in a command grab is forward heavy kick drive rush, right?
Yeah. Most of the time, if you're gonna drive rush cancel the stand medium punches, just crouch block. Your true string is always gonna be this, which leaves you +3, so you can throw, you can shimmy, you can frame trap with more lights, you can do what Lazy does and be fake and press something you shouldn't be allowed to press, which, to be fair, you can get a trade off of. If you block the drive rush jab here and then mash, yeah, I dropped it. Hang on. I know that works. I just labbed it. You can get a little, like, trade confirm if they mash, but anytime you're using the medium punch target combo, you're accepting the risk that you could get DP'd, that you could get drive reversaled, that you could get supered. Because there's no way for this to just be safe. It's -8 on block. Against Burnout, it is only -4. So it can be really good against Burnout to do it empty, and then they'll super expecting you to do a Gladius, a Phalanx, something, anything. And since you were only -4, you can block almost every super in that situation. The only time you really want to be doing this by itself is if you're fighting somebody, again, that's really good with perfect parries. Where if you're doing this into Phalanx, or you're doing this into various charges of Gladius, they're perfect parrying it a lot of the time. That means they're tapping parry, like, without even thinking about it. So then, if you tap parry there, that's where you want to do that. Otherwise, you're just asking to get comboed with a medium, if not a heavy, depending on the character's privilege.
Not JP, that character's ass, trust me.
Your best frame trap off of this, if you want to just off of this if they block it. Crouch block. Is your drive rush into crouch medium punch because you're +2 there. So that means real strike, real throw, real shimmy, but also that if they mashed anything, and if you're really good with the hit confirms, if it was counter hit, pretty much any situation where you would normally combo into medium punches, if you get counter hit, you can combo into back heavy punch instead. Like normally, if you just don't block here, if you just get hit by this, then it's only medium punches. But if it's counter hit or punish counter, it's something I'm still trying to integrate more into my play, but it's really good for drive meter management, because anytime that you can extend into a juggle with this, instead of with this, you're saving yourself 2 bars, and you can get basically the same corner carry, the same damage, the same conversions in almost every capacity. So if you are plus enough...
I also get my favorite reset is stand medium punch command grab. I love that shit. It's like crack.
Command grab resets are the shit. I have so many dumb command grab resets. My favorite reset in the corner is off Heavy Dima. It kind of works with OD Dima too, but the frame data is more consistent with Heavy. You're +17 here. +18. You're plus enough that you can go for an auto-timed charged back heavy punch that literally will beat jump out. So they're gonna, if they think that reset means command grab, they're gonna explode. But then you can also just do the command grab. It's not quite as auto-timed, because it's... There you go. It's not auto-timed the way the charged back heavy is, but it's a really scary reset because of that. Also, any reset situation, this is like the hardest read of all time, but as far as shenanigans go, any reset situation, or a situation where you just armor to normal and now you're plus in their face, if you think they're gonna jump, if you jump before they do and you catch them with a medium punch at like max height and don't get counter hit by them mashing a light in the air, it can combo into back heavy punch on the ground. So just like jump after the reset, like forward jump. Yeah, up forward. Why is it not working? I don't know why it's not working. This works against like every other character. It's like weird. So it's like, it's bullshit, and it's the hardest read imaginable, because if you just randomly jumped and they couldn't jump, you're opening yourself up.
That one's gonna make them feel that.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing you do when you've conditioned somebody really hard, or when somebody obviously has a really ingrained habit. I find it particularly good against other people that have played Marisa. We have a Zangief in my area, my friend BJR, who has Marisa as a secondary. He played Marisa as a main for a while. So he knows what a command grab reset looks like, and he will fucking jump, and I explode him for it.
That's always good.
If you land this raw, medium punches, if it's at least counter hit, again, back heavy punch. If they block it, plus 4 on block, so this is a real frame trap. But you can get a trade combo with this in any of these +3 situations. Yeah. So that's good, especially because if they just block the whole thing, again, this is a true string into light gladius, and that's the same spacing trap as forward heavy kick into light gladius, and does about the same drive meter damage. So if you just block this,
I don't know if I block it.
you're down almost 2 bars of drive. Once you blocked the second hit, you were trapped there. You can't mash after you block, because that's a true string. And then if you try to press a medium here, like after that, like after you block the whole thing. Ugh. So that's really good as well. With this is actually +3. Like just by itself, and leaves you a lot closer, where you don't get like strike, throw, shimmy off of this. You have to walk forward to throw them. You have to condition them to block or parry first. With this, you're always close enough pretty much to go for throw, to frame trap with lights of any of the crouching variety, or to go for a shimmy. Again, if you want to play like lazy boredom and say that you don't respect the frame data, you can go for mediums there. You can go for command grab there. Command grab is almost real if they're in Burnout. So I find it good against Burnout, especially where people are more inclined to block because you're super mega plus. If you drive rush into this, like normally you just unblock +3, but if you drive rush into this, then you're +7. So this is true string if you just want to demolish drive meter. Like that whole thing was true. Whereas if you want to go for actual frame trap here, back heavy. Anytime you're going for the frame trap and you have the meter to spend, if you want to go for a mix-up, you can always drive rush cancel this preemptively, and then if it hits, if they do mash. Oh wait, I got a drive rush. You can hit confirm it. Into whatever. But if they just block the whole thing after you drive rush off of that, you can go for, again, put yourself in a +2 situation. You can go for a jab to true string into a +3 situation. You can be a little cheeky with it and go for command grab, which is still fake, but more real than it is off mediums at the very least. A lot of it is just going like...
You have to overextend and make it real. So.
Yeah, a lot of it is just like how long are they willing to block? Like if somebody blocks the charged heavy and doesn't do anything, I'm probably gonna press something that's real and then hesitate and then just go for another fucking charged heavy. Because if you block that whole sequence, like... That's real, that's a frame trap. Now you're down like almost 3 bars of drive and I'm +3 in your face. And at that point, if I'm convinced you're still blocking, I'm probably gonna command grab you. If I think you're finally gonna freak out, if I think you're finally gonna freak out, that's when I'm gonna stop pressing. Like once you establish the threat to both their health on hit and their drive on block of using a charged heavy, if they're not good with perfect parries, if they're not good at reacting with an interrupt because it's slow, if they're not good at using a reversal, whatever, you gotta stop doing that, you're making me dizzy. If they're not good at dealing with the charged heavies, eventually they're just going to reversal. So, because they think there's no way you're not going to use the plus frames. And that's where it's actually more valuable to just say, yeah, I am like +7 in your face. But I don't care, I want you to DP. I know you're going to DP, I'm just going to give up the plus frames. And
then you walk back and they sweep.
Yeah, the sweep on Marisa, like her regular sweep is ass. But if you charge this shit is only -3 on block. And it has proximity guard. If you charge it. See it stop walking? So it's really good against people that just want to walk back. It's one of her only good options as against people that just want to walk back. After a command grab knockdown mid-screen, it's not a 100% true meaty, but a lot of people are not going to be incentivized to do much afterwards because she doesn't get great Oki, but she does, you know, stay on you. So a lot of people are just going to try to backwalk because they know her Oki here is weak. Micro walk and hit him with the gold banks.
Walk up and sweep the motherfucker.
And if it's normal knockdown, and not like punish counter or something, you get 35 minus 22. Yeah, then you get forward dash into a real knee or command grab that is auto-timed after a normal knockdown with this.
Okay.
Yeah. Damn it, hang on. But a lot of times, after you hit them with a big fucking boot, and you dash at them, they're scared to fucking death, they will DP. A lot of people DP there. So a lot of times, if I actually hit them with that, especially because if you hit them with this, that means they were walking away. So they're already scared of you. Hit them with the command grab, yours does more damage than mine. Catch the walk back, dash up, just stop. Stop right here, they DP, it's over. Off the knee, you mentioned that the command grab there is real, which it is. Another knee is also real. So if they block, then you can always just do the knee into like Gladius, regardless if on block or on hit. You know, good drive meter damage sets up a spacing trap, whereas on hit, it just gets a knockdown. If you're really good at the hit confirms and you register what's happening as the second knee hits, then you can instead do, you know, the quarter circle back and get an extension. My personal favorite thing to do there that I picked up from watching Shudo streams is a delayed medium kick. Because if you don't delay it, it's a true string. Like if you block and try to mash here, true string. But if you delay it just a little bit, and it's a lot better than just going for another knee because this is so hit confirmable.
Yeah.
And because it also beats jumps. If you time this correctly, if you try to jump after you block this instead.
Oh.
Same combo. So you condition with a little bit of command grab so that they want to hold up or press or whatever, and then you actually go for the real shit. If they block the drive rush stand medium kick, the data's not great. You're only +2, and you have to micro walk forward to get the throw if they aren't in the corner. But you can get a real frame trap with a crouch jab. And if they're trying to press mediums because they know you're barely plus, then you start using this, or you be really brave and you start using this. A lot of it is just gauging how much you're going to be able to get away with, or if you just want to stop there and, you know, accept that your turn's over and wait and see what they do. I really like to continue to do stuff until they make me stop, but that's just kind of my play style.
I mean, that's usually a good style to play because, I mean, I'm not going to stop doing this shit until you make me.
Anytime...
If it's just going to keep working, then I'm going to keep doing it.
And, like, anytime that you are going to go for the real frame trap with jabs, say they block the whole thing, you can just stop pressing jabs, but you can also get kind of a mini mix-up afterwards by pressing a Gladius or slightly charging a Gladius, because if they try to mash, you just block the jabs.
Okay.
Depending on what they mash. You can steal a turn with it. If somebody tries to jump, sometimes you can anti-air them with it if you got your spacing right. Alternatively, if they try to press a low, if they've shown you that after your jabs, they're trying to catch a walk back by pressing like a Shoto crouch medium kick or something, that goes over like anything. They buffed it in Season 3. To where, even, this is the medium phalanx, mind you, this isn't even light. But it's really interruptible, just like this into the phalanx. Yeah. Like, they can just interrupt it. Or perfect parry it, which is what a lot of people will do. Or DI it if they're really, really on it. So again, it's, you have to mix up your options, but you can force them to respect the fact that your turn isn't 100% over until you say so. Like, make them think about the mix-up in the mix-up. Like, okay, she drive rushed at me, I blocked, she's +1. Maybe they want to mash because you're only +1, your only real frame trap is this, but they decide they're just going to hold it because, you know, whatever, you can't do much there. They hold it, jab, jab, they go, alright, your turn's over, and you show them, nah, you actually can't press that there. Whatever. Make them think about it. I mentioned this being +2 in real strike throw shimmy. This also being able to catch walk back after that. If you block that and try to walk back. So that's a much better situation than this, which is only +1. They get the same conversions on hit, but on block, this is only +1. So again, your only real frame trap is this.
Slower.
Yeah, like
less likely to get checked.
Your only real frame trap is this, and the throw's fake, whereas the throw off of this is real. But there are a lot of Oki situations where it's technically they're both fake, but this is like semi-real because it moves her so far forward, whereas like there's no way you're reaching them with this. So there are definitely situations where you have to use the stand heavy punch just to carry the distance. But if you're at a range where you can pick one, this is better because you get the same exact conversions, but the frame data on block is way stronger and makes them guess more. In the same way that your true string off of mediums is into jab, your true string off of knee is actually into this. And it sets up the same +2 situation. So if you try to walk back here, if you try to mash, yeah. I have a hard time timing the throw for some reason. There we go.
Yeah.
So you have, or if you try to delay tech there, if you try to delay tech, you have a lot of time. You have a lot of time to decide your combo routing with Marisa, especially with the medium punch starter, because this is 2 hits, and then your Dima's 2 hits. So like the whole time this is happening, you've got like a whole 2 seconds, which sounds so silly saying it out loud, but it's a long time in round time. You've got like a whole 2 seconds to decide how you want to end that. You can do the drive rush into phalanx for maximum corner carry and potentially a safe jump, but mid-screen, it really depends on like how close you are to the corner, you know, if it's worth it. Because if you're closer to the corner, now she has a safe jump that doesn't require you to spend any meter in just using the heavy punch target combo. But it doesn't have the same corner carry. So like if I'm starting you from like here, I'm trying to think of how far I gotta take you back for it to not be. If we start like mid-screen.
It's about here.
Yeah. Like from here, I can't really safe jump you necessarily, depending on the spacing. Whereas with the phalanx extension, you do. So it depends on the corner distance, but this will save you meter, and it's still really, really good damage. Mid-screen, you usually don't want to do the whole target combo because it pushes them so far away. If you do this, you have to spend meter to chase them. Like, there's no other way around it. But if you do one, it's like my favorite knockdown. Off of this, you get an auto-timed forward dash into fully charged heavy kick, which always combos into back heavy punch, by the way. Raw.
Yeah.
So, you can do a... like, enormous reward if they're not perfect parrying it. You can also get, just walk forward into meaty throw after the dash. You can empty dash, just like you do with the sweep setup, and just shimmy them off of it. I walked forward a little bit too much there, but, yeah, I gotta stop walking forward. I keep trying to like make it look more real. Depending on the distance, like you can shimmy off of it. You can, if you empty jump off of that, auto-timed lights, which will catch them trying to walk back, or stand blocking, which a lot of people reflexively stand block if you jump.
Yeah.
All the empty jump stuff side switches if they don't back roll too, which can mess people up. You also get empty jump into medium punches because of some weird stuff with landing frames. Which will also again side switch if they don't back roll, so that really fucks with people that aren't back rolling mid-screen because they're blocking in the wrong direction. And you can always just, you know, do stuff that's not auto-timed. Like empty jump throw. Empty jump throw, drive rush into anything you want. It's just a really good knockdown, but there's a lot of ways to continue to pressure off of it that don't require you to spend any meters, part of why it's so good. Because if you already spent 2 bars on this, you don't necessarily want to spend a 3rd bar to drive rush, and then you definitely don't want to have to spend a 4th bar to chase them to get Oki. So mid-screen, really, really good. Alternatively, that knockdown, if you whiff a crouch jab, you get a mid-screen safe jump. I don't particularly like it because, again, you aren't sure what side you're going to land on, and I find those safe jumps weird. But if you don't mind safe jumps where you might side switch them, that's a real safe jump as long as you do the frame kill. If you don't do the frame kill, then you're plus 14. So, command grab is real as long as you delay it by 1 frame. Knee is real. Stand medium kick is real. Anywhere that you can get knee or command grab, you can also get stand medium kick, and usually the stand medium kick is also safe to drive reversal. Like in the corner off the, you get forward dash off of that into plus 13. So knee is auto-timed, command grab is auto-timed, but if you do this and they wake up drive reversal, you gotta time it perfectly though. So that's really good. The same applies for mid-screen. If you just end here and you don't do an ender and you empty jump, you get command grab, you get knee, you get medium kick. The frame data is slightly different on OD, but not different enough for it to matter, except against people that are like really, really mashy. Like, a lot of times I'll just do the same thing here and go for empty jump command grab. You're giving up damage to get different Oki, but sometimes just giving them different looks is important because this character can be kind of repetitive and you don't want them to have a mental stack that's freaking out. Whereas if you always do the same knockdown, they kind of know what to expect. The other cool thing about this is that you can get a jump medium punch ender, and that leaves you plus 34. So you can get forward dash into meaty stand heavy punch. If they can't back roll away from you and you're like in the corner, you can get forward dash into medium kick. You can get forward dash into walk forward throw. You can get empty forward dash into just fade. So that's another interesting knockdown. If you have them in a situation where you're either not worried about the side switch, like you're confident you can tell if they back rolled, or they're in the corner, I empty jump here all the time into the command grab because of it being plus 14. Especially, what's weird is you can still get that if you like whiff an air normal. And it looks like you seriously dropped a combo, but the frame data is exactly the same, and the vast majority of the time I get the command grab there because they don't expect me to actually be able to get anything real there. Corner combos. You have Quadriga, I don't, so you can get way more damage off of like everything you just showed, but in a situation where you can't use quad, like after a wall stun where they're in Burnout and you gotta start with this, your optimals are all gonna involve charge, crouch, heavy punch extensions. Like, that's almost optimal.
Is that better damage than doing charge knee into Sparta kick?
I don't think so. You can get charged knee into Sparta kick. Okay, I guess it depends on how much meter you have. I forgot she could do that off raw knee. Yeah, that's probably better. So it's probably more relevant. It's probably more relevant off situations where you get like a punish counter DI and you're close to the corner, or you're gonna be able to take them to the corner. Anytime you can take them to the corner, yeah. Even if you didn't have the ability to do the first extension, you can always do the second one after the phalanx. Or you can do,
Yeah.
which is massive. You're rarely going to be using this by itself. It's a really hard call out on, like, I know they're going to jump, like that shit I sent you.
That crazy read you got.
Yeah, that shit I sent you earlier today on Blanca, like, that's all reads.
Yeah, that was nuts.
You're very rarely doing that shit on reaction. At certain angles, if you have a read on your opponent's timing, there will be times I fucking wake up with this. Because if they delayed a button against me in the corner, then this will often catch the delay, and then I can get that into full combo, like... So that works sometimes. If you're playing against somebody that constantly wants to do this on your wake up because they're praying to God that you throw attack, sometimes I will wake up with this, and it will catch them, like, in the air over my head on my wake up. But then you have to be, like, aware of the height because it can make the combos weird. In situations where I get a DI that freezes them in the air, like against something like maybe you DI'd Bison coming down with a Devil's Reverse or something, or you DI'd a DP and they get frozen in the air, you pretty much always want to start with this into the target combo, and then you can usually extend into a Drive Rush back heavy. If you trade with a Fireball, like with Gladius, you can Drive Rush into forward heavy kick, and then because of the, like, float state from the trade, you can actually do medium Dima instead of heavy and get the same juggle properties and be able to extend into what you would normally do. So just this, then medium instead of heavy, and then, like, something like that or whatever. Which a lot of people don't realize you can get a combo there, and it can be a really good pickup if it can, like, end the round or put them really close to the corner.
Okay.
If you ever hit confirm this off counter hit, you can get the medium kick. And this is always going to be your optimal damage. It's really scaled because of the lights, but if you have the meter to spend, especially if you want to set up the safe jump, it can be worth it. Or if you need to cash out to be able to kill. You also get medium kick off of this, always. And it kind of trades with 4 frames that you can still confirm, like if you mash after blocking the crouch button here. So it's a good frame trap as well, if you don't want to just go for, like, the tree string into mix-up. On block, I also find it's still not 100% real, but this is difficult to react to. So if they don't think you're gonna do it, it's a decent place to demonstrate a command grab. You can also true string it into a crouch medium punch. As long as they block the second hit, they can always mash between the hits. And then you end up with a single counter hit. But if they block the whole thing and they didn't perfect parry the second hit or interrupt it, then once they block the whole thing, there's no gap off the medium. If you block the... There's no gap between the second hit of this and the medium.
Yeah.
And then you can set up a +2 situation.
Okay.
Drive rush this. I went through on hit. You get this. If you want to be fake with it, you can do this. Oki. What do you have on Oki? What are you doing off, like, if you get light demon mid-screen?
I mean, I can either do partial walk overhead, or I can do reverse front break every punch. I can delay it for a knee.
If you're gonna do a drive rush charged off light Dima, this is unsafe to wake up perfect parry. If you perfect parry here.
You want me to first parry?
Yeah, so you did it in the wrong direction, but like you can see, it's auto time perfect parry.
Yeah, I didn't hold a direction at all.
This is not, and you get the same conversions. So you can get and like that's not auto time perfect parry. You're getting it, but it's not auto timed. And it's just, and also it's easier to hit confirm if you get this on hit at like a distance. You can always pretty much go for the back heavy punch. Whereas, weirdly enough, after this knockdown, okay, just mash. Like, you can always get back heavy punch, but if they back rolled after this knockdown, sometimes the second hit just whips. Depending on the distance of, like, the knockdown. And you have to register the fact that because they back rolled, you actually have to do the knee instead to get the extension. And it's a really easy thing to mess up. So I pretty much always go for this. Unless I'm just trying to mix it up. Because this does leave you, like, really close and plus in their face. So you can start messing with, I'm gonna walk forward, throw you. I'm gonna fake command grab you. You get the same trade combos here that you get if they block this.
Yeah.
So if you crouch block and then just mash after the first hit. Really good. Or you can go for something that's true and really hit confirmable. I noticed Lazy doing this and I need to start doing it. That's actually real. And that's really easy to hit confirm. But again, you're just running the risk of medium punch target combo. Don't do this unless you're willing to accept the risk that they just bust out of your pressure. Because it is this is your opportunity to bust out sequence.
I just noticed this isn't cancelable in a stance. What the fuck?
Yeah, that would be kind of broken. I don't think anything is cancelable into
That'd
stance.
be fine. Oh, that's true. Hang on. I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, stance you only get on Oki. That's another thing that I think is important to represent, just to instill the fear necessary to actually get off your big meaties mid-screen. You can always manually time drive rush command grab here. You can manually time drive rush into lows to condition them to block low if you want to get overhead or if you want to get command grab. This is also good against Marisa because it'll be wake up armor that isn't OD stance. If she goes for Gladius, that explodes Gladius. If you get medium Dima mid-screen, which if you get this mid-screen, I don't ever want to see you do this. This pushes them so far away, all of your Okis fake if they back roll. Back roll here. Look how far away you are. Like, that is the end.
That's not a problem when I play JP.
That is the end of the pressure. If you're mid-screen doing this, medium. And if you get medium off of that, you can get a lot of the same stuff, or you can just drive rush into stand heavy, drive rush into crouch medium, whatever. You can manually time a charged forward heavy kick there. Is it auto-timed? No, it's not. It's not auto-timed. You can get a, I think, auto-timed dash forward charged heavy kick. Try mashing there. It's not. Okay, no, that's it's not that knockdown. I got confused. But you can manually time kind of a walk forward. So you can get a lot of, like, big pressure without necessarily having to spend meter.
Jab into medium demon.
Hang on, I gotta start a second recording because this is gonna hit the limit. One sec. Yeah, you can get a lot of meterless Oki off of this. Her only throw loop is with drive rush, but if you throw them in the corner and you forward dash, you are +1. So it's kind of a fake throw loop where this is a real frame trap. And a lot of times, because people know it's fake, they'll let you do it once, and then they mash the second time. And if they're low health, well, let me do it twice, and then... Okay, now mash. If that'll kill, really good. Because they will try to get out of there. They'll try to jump, or they'll try to mash. They'll try something.
Okay.
You can also just bait with that too if you think they're gonna, like, wake up super. So that does huge damage. You get an auto-timed fully charged stand heavy punch after forward throw in the corner. But it doesn't leave you close enough to do your normal frame traps unless they're, like, really fat. So you gotta be careful. Like, it's really good if it hits, but on block, you kind of have to respect the fact that unless they press, a lot of your frame traps are gonna whiff. Like, they work if they press, but otherwise you're whiffing in their face. Most of your spacing traps, you have stand heavy kick, so that's an option. We can also always react with stand heavy punch if, like, if they press. That, like, the stand heavy kick most of the time is a wish punish, where the stand heavy punch is more of a whiff punish, like it has to be a reaction. You can corner reset with either the jab or the stand heavy punch, but I find this reset is usually way more reactable for them than this.
Yeah.
Slime? It's bullshit. I'm trying to remember how Dr. African does this. Okay, if you whiff like another heavy there, I think. Yep, plus 11. Command grab's real, knee's real.
Grab.
So that's command grab, that's a knee. I think there's something else with light. No, that one's plus 21. I don't actually know what I would do with that. I have to think about that. But you can do it with the heavy as a... Like, most people are not reacting to this like, oh, that's a command grab. Like, it works once. It's one of those things that'll work once. Command grab in the corner. You can charge a stand heavy punch. You can drive rush into a medium punch. If they block the medium punch, in that situation only, you're plus 3. You can get a trade combo with this. Or frame trap with this. Command grab into command grab is always fake, but it is fun if you've conditioned them enough. I'll command grab, then I'll drive rush into then I'll drive rush into like a medium, then they'll block it, and then I'll command grab him again, and I command grab him again. Your best Oki off of this in the corner is always going to be a drive rush stand medium kick because it's so hit confirmable. Okay. I can literally go on forever, so just bother me again if you want more information.
That's how I am with JP. I can just go on and on and on.
I can only imagine how deep JP goes too, because he's a much more like setups and like specific base.
Yeah, he has a lot of stuff like that. Even I can't do yet. Like, I've been trying to learn some of the stealth shit with the double portals mid screen.
Craziness.
And he gets nutty shit for no reason. Like, no reason.
But, yeah, you want to know anything about this character, I'm like the Marisa encyclopedia. I can tell you what you get off of, like, every possible situation.
Reset merchant.
Probably how plush you are, the whole thing. And, yeah, she's fun. At the end of the day, like, I play this character because she's fun. Because hitting that hard and, like, walking them down like the Terminator just feels like the shit. It feels like the shit. It's so fun. And also, she's hot.
True.
Fingers crossed I get Quadriga in the new patch or I'm suing God. But yeah, feel better. Definitely sleep if your NyQuil's hitting, and bother me again anytime. I can go on about this.
I'm gonna stay up until 3 a.m. about the NyQuil.
I can go on about this forever. Thank you for asking.
Where are you going? Before hitting like and subscribe,